Hi, gang. Did I set everything up right? It's public? Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. This is a banger thumbnail. This is one of my best thumbnails yet, if you ask me. Hi, Casey. Why does it say that got translated? Nope, that just says hi. That it translated to the same thing. I I don't think that's how translating works. Okay. I was resting my eyes, and as soon as I look up, I see the notif. That's crazy. I'm gonna get chat on my phone. That seems like a good idea. I didn't know what to eat, so I got a bowl of ice cream. Alright, let's pull this up. I have no idea exactly what to expect from this game. Can I, like, click on these? Oh, I can. Oh. Okay. Sandbox. Level editor. Okay. Gay. Thank you. Funny thumbnail. It's it's awesome. It's great. It's mint chocolate chip. Okay, here we go, guys. Replace each A with B. It's already there. There's a user manual. Oh my god, this just opened up a freaking. Oh my god, there's a manual. Got a bad block. Wow. You could have done A equals J. Yeah, but I think this is also funny. Oh my god, it did the thing. And then there's like a bunch of test cases. Challenge at most one line. I mean, truly. Oh, you clicked that to leave. Okay. That's text size. Cool. You call this a programming language? Hey, just you wait. Okay, so now we get to play the game. We did it, guys. Constraint? Oh, input length. Okay. I mean, surely it's that simple, right? Yep. Okay, now... I mean, I'm assuming the first few of these are going to be really easy, right? Replace consecutive repeated letters with a single letter. So you just get rid of them like that. And then it'll only do it one at a time. But that gets the job done, right? Yeah. Sorry, stuff is going on. Singleton 2. Remove consecutive A's. So just A's? Oh, but it's like... Okay, wait, this one's tough already. I have to get rid of any A's that are next to... So, hi Celeste. This is tricky because I have to delete them, right? But if I have 3 A's like this, A equals A. So that doesn't work. AB equals B, but that also doesn't work because let's just say it's ABC. Then this A should stay, right? Like this down here. So I think what I need to do is introduce a 4th letter. So we'll do AA equals D. DD equals nothing. AD equals nothing. Or DA equals nothing. And that should probably work. Oh, okay, sorry. D equals nothing. DA equals nothing, and then D equals nothing. Like that. Let's see if this keeps working, because I'm actually not sure. Okay, cool. I didn't know you could do equals nothing. I kind of figured you could. But yeah, at most 2 lines. Okay. So that has to be a better way of doing this then. Let's try this. No, that doesn't work. Can you chroma out the black and put Subway Surfers there? No. How do I do 2 lines? What is this? I have to... It's a puzzle game where I have to do what it says. But the only thing I can do is change one piece of text into a different piece of text. And that's it. Two lines is so tough, though. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. So if I have three A's in a row, right? It converts the first two to D, so then I have DA. So then DA equals nothing. But then if I have just two, then I just have D. This is so hard. Wait, what if I do this? 3 goes to 2, and then 2 goes to nothing. So I can only ever remove even numbers. But then... Wait, does this work? I'm a genius! Oh my god! Oh my god! I honestly don't fully understand why that works, but it makes sense intuitively, I think. Oh, that's so tricky. That's so tough. Okay. Oh, we get more lore. You guys ready? By definition, it's a programming. Awesome. Keyword. Okay, so I can go to level 2 now, basically. Sort. Sorting is really easy, right? You just take any comparison and you put it in the correct order. Doesn't even really matter what order you put it in. Like it'll sort itself out. Compare. A string of A's and B's output the most common letter. Okay. So isn't this just A, B equals nothing, B, A equals nothing? No, because then once I do all of this, I need to figure out how to reduce down, I think, to just one letter. So like, for example, let's see if it happens. Yeah, here. That fails. Because I just have so many B's that I don't need. So how do I... Oh, because it's priority order, I can just do that. So it goes... That's something really important, is that it does the first one and then it loops back. Like if it finds one that it can execute, it goes back to the top instead of continuing on. That's what it said in the information manual. So I can do this in this order and it should be fine. I did it! I beat chapter 1! I find cherry ice cream to be creamier than vanilla. Kinda makes sense. I don't know. Your so-called programming language can't even output hello world. Hello world! What? They updated the program. There's a course report too. There's more. They added more. If string 1 is found, end the program immediately and replace the entire string with string 2. So now we're adding a keyword. So if I put return in something, then it can output a specific string. Okay. Oh, that's more of my programming language. So, can I just do string of A, B, and C, output hello world? What happens if I just do nothing equals hello world? Awesome! Okay, wait, let me double check how this works. Replace the entire string. Yeah, replace the entire string. Okay. Are you trying to make me? This is awesome. Okay. A string of A's, B's, and C's. Output return true if the input contains at least 3 A's. So this is pretty easy. You get rid of the B's and the C's, and then A equals return true. And then otherwise equals return false. Guys, I'm at the goat. Wait, this is awesome. This is so fun. Sorry, this is like so basic. I mean, nothing like super interesting has happened so far, but it's just so okay. String of A, B, and C. Return true if the input contains exactly 3 letters. So exactly 3. First thing to do is just convert everything to A, right? It's easier to simplify. If everything is just A. Oh wait, actually I want to check something. I missed 4 lines. Yeah, I did the challenges. Nice. Yeah, if you just turn everything into A, then it's like so much easier, right? Um and then we can say if there's 4 A's or more, we should return false, right? If there's exactly 3 A's, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. And that should just work. I mean, I'm going to watch it. So it's going to go, yep, okay. Can't regular 2x, huh? Remainder. Divide the input length by 3, output the remainder. Okay. This is quite interesting. So we're going to start with the same convert everything into A. Any 3 A's is going to go to nothing. Then we have 2 A's equals return 2. 1A equals return 1. And then this is obviously return 0. Wait, what happens if I just put 0? 0. 0. It grows. It grows. Okay, I thought so. I just really wanted to see that. All right. I mean, this is all pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys could figure this out as well, right? Like, oh my god, there's so many test cases. Oh my god. For the sake of my sense of humor, can you lower your standards a bit? All right. Return true if the amount of each letter is either an odd value or 0. Otherwise, return false. What the heck? Okay. I'm eating my ice cream. Give me a second. So how do I test this? How do I check if something is an odd value or 0? Let's start with one letter at a time, right? Let's simplify. Let's say we're only dealing with A's. If I reduce by 2 down to a single A, then we're good, right? But if I reduce down by 2 and I have 2 at the end, I guess I do like 3 to 1. Instead of doing 2 to 0, I have to do 3 equals 1 to reduce it. Because I don't want it to hit 0. Okay. That makes sense. So what I do is, so first I have to sort, right? I have to sort them. Just because obviously I need all of the letters next to each other. And then I do this. And that reduces them down, but only if it's 3 or longer, right? Because then I can check AA equals return false, BB equals, is there copy paste? Oh my god, there is. Thank god. And then if all of these checks are good, this has been after all the sorting and reducing, right? Because that happens first. If all of these flag as not false, then it has to be true. Oh yes, I did it, and that was the challenge. I did the challenge as well. Oh my god, I actually wasn't sure if that would be enough for the challenge. I mean, that's 10 lines. We haven't gotten that far yet. I think you guys can see why I think this is so cool. It's so like limited, but you can do so much with it. Turn true if exactly one letter is different from adjacent letters. Otherwise, return false. Return true if exactly one letter is different from adjacent letters. I want to see you play Factorio. I do want to get into it at some point down the line, but I feel like that's gonna like I'm gonna like sell my soul to it. Okay. For example, in BABBCC, the first A and the first B are different from their neighbors, thus return false. So I'm so confused. I don't understand. How are these true? Exactly one letter is different from adjacent letters. So, how does this work? Oh, because these two are the same. Right, okay. So, in this case, BA is a difference, and AB is a difference. So that's two differences. I feel like it's kind of a perfect game, like Celeste or Sekiro. Maybe. I mean, it's super like highly acclaimed, so I wouldn't be surprised. So, how do I like figure this out? um. Oh God, this is hard. So the thing that matters is that like these are the same and these are different. So I'm gonna have like if I have an A, right? If I have an A and a B like this. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoa. I can do custom test cases. If I do A, okay. No, I need to think about this. If two letters are the same, I could mark that with, like, a thing, right? So, like, AA equals same, right? BB equals same. CC equals same. Something like that. And then I go over, like, every combination of freaking AB equals different, BA equals different. CA equals different, AC equals different, BC equals different, CB equals different. Actually, wait, maybe I don't do these, right? Let's just, like, see what happens here. How to... Oh, wait, but it can... Okay, it can... If it takes it, then I can't do the other side. So, like, what if... Ah, I don't know how to do this. Oh my god. Maybe this is the way. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I'm just like putting gaps between them. So it finds all the differences. Yeah, wait, I know it's wrong, but so I find the differences. That's not horrible, right? I find the differences and then I can just kind of if something is marked by two differences, then we need that, right? Dad equals E, DBD equals E, DCD equals E. And then we can just kind of delete any other letters. If we have EE, that's false, else true. Does that make sense? Here, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Oh, sorry. Equals return true. So it finds all the differences, right? It goes through. It's like, okay, these are different, and then it finds any letter bound by two differences, turns it into an E, kills everything else, and then if there's more than two, it returns false. Otherwise, it's true. Wait, have I cooked? Wait, have I cooked? Look, the D's don't even matter, right? Because it's just looking for E's. I can keep the D's there. It reduces all the letters down. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh my god. Okay. Because it goes left to right in the text, it can delete stuff wrong. So I need to kill the D's first. Stop. The D's can't just stay there. They're actually quite bad cuz they can give me false positives. I think this just works now though. Nope, never mind. It got stuck? Oh, because I'm deleting them now. Okay, wait. Uh, this is hard. I don't know how to say that, but that's Genshin, right? Seventh nation of the seven. Oh, dang! Like it's just happening. That's crazy. How do I? Oh wait, this is really easy. No, instead of deleting letters, all I have to do is delete the letters next to an E, right? Because all of this only matters if there actually is an E. That's the only time I need to actually reduce down. And this will just delete everything to the right of an E. So if there's two E's, they're bound to meet up at some point. Shneznaya? Yeah, that makes sense. So let's watch this in action because it's actually really awesome. So first we mark the differences with D's, right? Then we find any letter bound by two D's and we make it an E, right? Because that's what we're looking for. That's what we need to count. Then the E goes and deletes anything to the right of it, which doesn't really matter in this case, but it's going to be important. Once all of that is done, so these don't really matter, they can just stay, then we know this is true, and we're good. This one, we mark the differences. There's no E's to be found, so then we just go straight to true, and that's correct. Now here's where it's interesting. Oh, but this BA... Oh my god, wait. Oh, this is wrong. God dang it. Oh... I forgot the edge case. No. Oh, how do I figure that one out? Jeez. This is so hard. This is such a difficulty increase. Okay. Oh my god. I had a programming class that has a system similar to this, and sometimes it didn't test edge cases. That's so real, actually. Okay, so if I have two differences in a row, that's an important letter. If I have a difference at the start, specifically the start, but I don't know how to test if something's at the start yet, then that's an important letter. So if the string starts with a D, that's important. Which is just so hard. Because basically, if two differences happen at the start, that's bad. But if two differences happen in the middle, that can be fine. I think the solution is to just append a D to the start of the list, but I can't think of a way to do that. Am I missing something? Ah, no. Here, let's scrap this. Return true if exactly one letter is different from adjacent letters. So maybe I need to think about what sort of things do that. It's always in blocks of at least two, right? Everything has to be in blocks of two except for one letter, right? Two or more except for one letter. Is that like what I need to focus on? Is this Yuri? Um, not exactly, but I can do this. Ah, it's wrong. Yuri is never the wrong answer. I want to play this game I shouldn't watch. Oh, dang it. Alright. This game is evil though. I'm already stuck. So it's like, it's definitely the groups of two thing, right? How am I number 3? Who knows? Um, oh my god. This is so difficult. Like I'm actually so lost. Okay. I feel like marking the gaps, like the marking the differences was a good idea. I feel like maybe I need to like pull up paint.net or something. I'll do that later if I need to. Oh, my game capture is too big. Why did that happen? It's probably because of Geometry Dash. Okay. This game doesn't have audio, by the way. At least I don't think it does. Maybe I should pull up some music, although I don't have that set up. Okay. One thing I can do is I can make these dividers twice as long, and that probably helps some of my issues. The issue is that I don't know how to deal with starts, right? Like, oh, I'm getting pings. What's going on? Ooh, I've been sent a puzzle. I'll have to do that later. Okay, so DAD equals E, DBD equals E, DCD equals E. Like, maybe this is good so far. So I slap in the D's. That's, that's fine. And it does that. And that's, like, fine. So the issue is that, like, if I have something like ABC, or even ABBC, right? Like, what do I do here? Because the differences are right at the end. They're at the tail end. So it's just like, how do I check that? You know what I mean? Okay, wait. Crazy idea. Maybe I can reduce this to a string of A's and B's, right? The idea being, if there's a change, I can reduce it, right? So we have A, B. That's fine. BA is fine. Between A's and B's is fine. What I need to do is that between a B and a C, I need to basically do like BA and then have some like marker, right? And this marker changes everything, every C into a D. So anytime there's a B and then a C, or even AC, AC equals A, B, D. We'll make this E. DC, or yeah, DC equals AD, or BD. EC equals AE. Let's see if this works for now. So if I have A, B, C, B, A, like what happens here? A, B, C, C, A, B. So next I need to do EA equals B, E, I think. So A is in A's and B's need to flip as well when they reach one of these things. So E's turn all right. If an E hits an A, that means the C's were just turned into A's, so the B's need to be turned into that. And same with D's and B's. I don't know, maybe okay, sorry. I need to think about this. Ah, this is so hard. Oh my god. Okay, wait. No, I can't do a pointer. I can't do a pointer. God dang it. cannon or cannon hit. I don't. Okay. This is so tough though. Okay. Okay. I think this idea of reducing the strings to A's and B's is good though. Right? The issue is that like I don't know what to do. Let's just say I have well, first of all, what happens if I start with C's? How do I know? Oh my god, this is so freaking impossible. This is so impossible. Oh, this is so hard. So, what I'm trying to do is basically like find all the blocks, if that makes sense. I'm trying to split these into blocks, right? Of like of letters basically. And then I need to basically go if any of these blocks are length 1, bad. I'm just not sure how to go about that properly. Or it's not even if any of these are length if any of these blocks are length 1. It's specifically if any of like if 2 or more blocks are of length 1. That's bad. Right? Oh my god, this is so hard. Okay. I'm like sorry I'm not saying all that much. I'm just fully like lost right now. Uh I think I like the idea of having dividers. I'm going back to the dividers again. So ADB BA equals BDA AC equals ADC CA equals CDA. Wait, no, yeah. Sorry, I thought I had a more clever idea, but it doesn't work. Doesn't really work. Well, actually, maybe it would. Instead of one of these, I could kind of do like a ton of these. All right, I could kind of just Yeah, I don't know if I need one for every single thing, right? I don't think I do. So I'm basically, here's the plan, right? This is kind of like, I'm kind of getting crazy, right? I have this D. This is like the deleter. This D deletes anything that is longer than 2, basically. So it deletes this. This is not longer than 2. So then it moves on. And then it deletes this. And then once it has nothing left to delete, it goes away. And then what I'm left with is just the single letters, right? I count how many of these there are. If there's at least 2, then it's false. The issue is, how do I insert this deleter key in, right? I can't just start it on the left. I'm gonna have to start it on like the first occurrence of the letter A or something. And that's only if A even exists in the string, which I don't know if I'm allowed to even take for granted. Which then I'll probably put it next to the first B. You get the idea. So, first we do A equals DA, B equals DB, C equals DC. But actually, this isn't the first thing we need to do. This is just the first thing we want to happen. Which sounds crazy, but we want other things to take priority. So let's start with deleting the left, I think. Wait, no, it can't start in the middle. Oh my god, it can't start in the middle. That's fine though, because I can just have 2 different things, right? I can have a different thing that goes left. So E goes left, D goes right. So then AAE equals E. AAA, or triple A, like that. We do that again a couple times. And then AE equals EA, BE equals EB, CE equals EC. And that should, if I did everything right, actually it won't work in this case, because it'll just be on the left. Oh, and then it does more. Okay. But that's fine, because we'll have our return statement here. We'll have all our important stuff in return statements here. I think. I actually don't know how to do this still. No, I think I got it. I think I got it. We're gonna copy paste this over, but put D's on the left. This probably looks freaking insane, right? I don't even know if this is comprehensible. I don't know if you guys can understand at all what I'm trying to do here. It's like, it's in the mindscape, you know? Okay. So now, we have E is definitely on the left. D is definitely on the right. If there's just one letter, so if it's just ED, then that's return true. No, it's exactly one letter. It's exactly one letter. So ED equals false. EAD equals return true. EBD equals return true. ECD equals return true. I actually don't need that top one, because we can just do equals return false. And I think this works. Okay, let's test it out. Okay. This is crazy. I know it's crazy. So we get our ED in, right? And then the D's start doing things. So the D just deleted the A's, right? Now it's gonna move past this B because nothing else applies. And never mind, it didn't do that. Why didn't it do that? Because I put it in the wrong order. So, sorry. This should be this way because it's moving to the right. Let me see if I can. I mean, I really want to explain this. I don't know if it's comprehensible. First thing it does, because none of the other things apply, right? It just puts the E and D somewhere, right? Hopefully to the left, but if not, it can be really anywhere. Then it starts deleting stuff, right? The D deletes the two A's. It can't delete the single B. We need to keep that. So it moves past it. Then it finds the C's down here. It's going to execute line 15, deletes it. We're at EBD. None of this is going to happen. So then we get down here, and this is a return true. Place it down. This D is going to skip over the A. That's fine. Then it's going to go delete the B's. That's good. Delete the C's. We have EAD. That's a return true. Now this is where it gets a little more interesting. So now E and D are in the middle. E moves to the left. D is going to have to move to the right. We have EBAD, which is false. It's working. It's working. It's scary, but it's working. Sorry, I'm still watching it. No! No! Oh, that's so sad. Okay, I'll have to see what went wrong. I think I just have these in the wrong order. I think 2 takes priority over 3. No, I'm forgetting. Crap. What was it? What was the whole thing? Because I had it earlier, right? If you have 4, you want to delete 2 and then 2. But if you have 3, you want to delete the 3. Maybe I do this? No, because then this will turn 3 to 1, and that's bad. I can turn 3 to 2. So then 4 goes to 3, goes to 2, goes to 6. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is bad code. Alright. How far off am I from the challenge? That's what I really want to know. 13 lines! Jesus! Like, I don't even know how you do that, man. Okay. Maybe I can get rid of... Like... Let me think about that. That's really interesting that you can do 13 lines. Wait. Okay, this can just be equals D. And now, I forgot, you can just do this. Right. And then I can, so D starts on the left. So then... I can get rid of all the C stuff. That's 14 still. So I don't know where I've... Let's see if this works real quick. Oh. D gets rid of that. Moves over. Oh, okay. It's just the wrong way around. Right, because D is moving to the right, so it's going to end like this. At most 13 lines, and I'm at 14. I'm just wondering where exactly I'm messing up. Oh, this can't be right either. ED. Oh, wait. No, I'm getting confused now. Oh, I have to do this one by one. These would be up here. Wait, what am I doing? EED equals return false. But then nothing also equals return false. Okay, there we go. Dang it. Oh, whoops. What am I doing there? What the heck was that? I found it. I figured it out. Oh my god. That's crazy. All I had to know what like the limit was and I could find it. Oh my god. Yeah, so the way this works, right? The first thing it does, but it has to be the lowest priority, is add this D in, right? We only need one of these, so it has to be at the very bottom because everything else should happen after that, right? It deletes any string longer than uh longer than 2 or 2 or longer, right? Because all we care about are these single letter blocks. Anytime there's a single letter block, I should explain, right? I'm imagining splitting every string of consecutive letters into a block, right? Because that means none of those letters have that means all of those letters have neighbors, basically. So the only thing we care about are single letter blocks. We can only have exactly one single letter block. That's what this is saying. That's the key insight to this whole puzzle. So I'm deleting any block of more than one letter, right? That's what's happening. I'm going left to right, deleting every block of more than one letter. This stuff just skips over that, right? So this is like, oh, there's only one letter here. Let me move on. That's what that does. And I turn it into an E specifically so that I can just count the number of E's, right? Because if they're all different letters, then I have way more stuff to figure out, right? This is actually inefficient. I can actually make the code more efficient by moving this stuff to the... Well, okay, I can't move this to the top, I don't think. But I can move like this and this to the... I don't know. No, this has to go after everything, but this can go up. These can't. This can, which is weird. Because these have to check for after everything is done, but this can kind of happen immediately. Like, this code is much more efficient if I move this up here. Because it just flags the errors much faster. I mean, efficiency isn't even a, like, a thing here, but, like, just see how much faster that is compared to this. Like, you can feel like, ah, that kind of took a little, that kind of took a second. I move it up here, and then, like, look at this. It's still kind of... You could feel it, right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. I don't know. I'm just kind of yapping right now, I think. I don't know who's still here. I'm just like that took so much for me to like really dissect this problem and find like the I mean you watched that in real time, I think. Like how freaking good. Did any of that explanation make sense? I'm trying to like work on my explaining skills. I want to like explain the role of every single like bit in here if I can. I was doing other stuff. God dang it. All right. I won't go over it again then, but unless you want to hear it. Oh my god, my chair is so loud. I need to like figure that out. Go for it. All right. So here's the deal, right? This um this requirement it's asking for when it says one letter is different from adjacent letters, that means basically it's a block of length 1, right? If you imagine like any string it can give me, it's going to be split into blocks of letters of the same the same type, blocks of the same letter. A letter is only different from its neighbors if it's a block of length 1. That's the idea. Is that you can only have one block. You have to have exactly one block of length 1. So what I do is I have this letter D. First thing it does, right? And this is the lowest priority, but it also means it has to be the first thing that happens because everything else has the letter D in it. I just add it to the left. And what this thing does is it goes from left to right, deleting every block other than the blocks of length 1. So there's the A's gone, right? And then it goes down, it moves over, and it turns it into an E. And this is more of a counting thing, right? I'll explain that later. But all you need to know is that it's deleting all the blocks of length 1, right? And it does that. Now, any block of length 1 gets turned into an E. That's what happens, right? It just slaps an E on the left. So then, after it deletes everything else, right? After all's said and done, it goes, are there 2 or more blocks of length 1? If so, return false. If there's exactly 1, return true. If there's none, return false. And I mean, there you go, really. It's like it's insane, but it all like it all comes together and it works so beautifully. Ye- yeah, I mean, I think that's about as well as I could explain it. It's it's so it's so cool. It's such a clever. Okay, I feel like I'm just complimenting myself if I say it's clever, but it's like God. Return true if C is more than B and B is more than A. Otherwise, return false. Whew. Okay, that's tough. Okay. Hmm. Are they in order? Do I know? They're not in order. Okay. This is very interesting. I feel like it's easier to check if B is more than A first. So the thing I'm imagining, right, is we have some amount of A's, B's, and C's in some order. What I can do is I can delete ABC, 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 one by one until something is gone. And then I can check, okay, if there's B left over, then I know it's more than A. If there's no B left over, then flag false. And then do the same with C. I think probably first I'd want to sort them. I'm thinking once I sort them, I can turn this AB into, I can turn any ABs that I have into an X. I'm just using an X because I don't know, I like the idea of an X. And the idea of this X is that it's gonna go over and kill any C's it finds. So that, you know, I'm deleting A, B, C all at the same time. Now, because this will happen first, if I ever find an AC, that's gonna be returned false. But I'm also wondering, what happens if I only have C's left? That's gonna be right at the end, I guess. So AC, well, if I have no BCs, I guess. BC we can just delete, right? So let's just try AABCCC real quick. It's gonna do that. And then it's gonna do kind of nothing. So this should be simplified all the way. If I have an A, that means A is greater than C. Okay, wait. I have an idea. I need to check if this happens at least once. Which is weird, but it is true. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have like a marker. We'll call it M. And MC equals CM. We'll just move it over. If I have an A after all of this, that's immediately returned false, right? If I have an M if I have a CM by the end of this, that's going to be return true. Otherwise, it's return false. Right? The X is going over, it's going to delete a C. Then we have the BC, and that's good. Bang. Gotta sort it. Let's move over. It's working. At most 8 lines. So that's where it gets interesting. How do I reduce my code down to 8 lines? That's insane. The 8 lines are um the general like code stuff. 8 lines. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll have to think about it. It's probably this M stuff, right? It's like why are we doing that? Actually, do I ever need to sort A's? I guess I do. Wait, how did this fail? Oh, because it doesn't have a check for C to be true. It could be the sorting. Sorting does take a while. Maybe equals X. But maybe it's like this? I don't know. Well, actually, why am I sorting BA? Well, no, I mean, it's going to be a line either way, right? It could be BA equals X. Doesn't matter. Same with CB being BC. Like, it doesn't really matter. One thing I'm tempted to do is split each B. So start with B equals, let's just go with like QP or something, right? I kind of like how that looks. And then what I'd want is I'd want A's, Q's, P's, B's in that order. Is that too much? I feel like maybe that's too much. Because now I have 4 choose 2 is 6 lines. Then I have the eliminations. And then I need 2 return statements. So yeah, it is too much. Ugh, how the heck do you do this, man? Sort it. AB equals X. And that goes to delete C's. I mean, maybe, like... No, this just feels right to me. This is so hard. I mean, maybe I don't have to do the optimization right now, right? Maybe I can just have fun. But this is so tough and tricky. I don't know. I'm like having fun. I think I might just keep doing it. Uh, the problem is basically the B's, right? I need B's to interact with both the A's and the C's. Maybe, okay, wait. New idea. A equals, I don't know, some letter, some other letter, X. Oh wait, why would I do that? AB equals X, right? BA equals X. XB equals BX. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's start by having some denomination designation start like at the very start, right? It's gonna go past every other letter. I feel like this is gonna take too long. Yeah, I don't think this will even work. Yeah, no, not at all. The issue is that it's very possible for something like CAC to happen, right? Or like ACB, right? So I need all of the A's to move. Oh, wait. Oh my god. I can just move all the C's to the right. I don't need to sort the A's and B's. I just need to put the C's to the right. Or the A's to the left. It doesn't really well, actually it does matter. I need the A's and B's next to each other. No, but it's the same thing because I'm gonna need to check for AB and BA, so it doesn't matter. Right? Like either way, it's the same freaking deal. This seems required to me. Maybe I can be more clever with the checking. I think that's where I need to do it, right? I think that's where I need to uh be more clever. The rest of this seems important, right? Like I think this is exactly what I need. If I have an A, that's false. A equals return false. If I have specifically BCC, that's true. Well, I don't need, right, I don't even need this. If I have BCC, after all of the simplification, it's true. Otherwise, it's false. That's where I went wrong, is that I overcomplicated the checking, I think. No. Run this one. BBCC. I'm such an idiot. For some reason, I just forgot about that. Also being a thing I have to check. Right, and that's why I can't. Convert all of B's to X's. This is so hard. God dang it. FNF stuff because of the Chimera thing? I do not remember this. Whatever. This probably isn't the most interesting stream content, but I don't know. I think it's so fascinating. I just can't figure out how to do this. Dang it. CB. Oh, I see. That's quite interesting. This thing I was talking about in Call, the creepypasta that everyone was making fun of for being. I don't know if I can remember. Like, honestly, there were a lot of things talked about, and I don't know if I don't think I remember most of it. All right, sorry, something's going on. I don't know if I can figure this one out. Return true. If C is more than B and B is more than A. So I need right. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Do I get my I don't get my 11 back? God dang it. Whatever. 8 lines. I just don't know how you do that at all. Alright, whatever. Let's just keep going. Return the most common letter. There's never a tie for the most. So that's awesome. So how do I figure this one out? Um This is just like, it's just so hard, no? I want to say, like, I'd add XYZ in, and then I just delete. Okay. Sorry, it's kind of hard to split my attention between thinking through these puzzles and reading all this, but I'll look at it. ZA. Speaking of Pokemon. So this, oh, whoops. This, in theory, yeah. It does get me down to just one. Assuming nothing else. So you could see it in there a little bit before it got consumed. Oh, this is a step. I have CY. The issue is that now other stuff is coming in. And then it does that. So I need to figure out okay, after all of these happen, just do like x equals nothing, y equals nothing, z equals nothing. Does this work? I feel like it won't. Right. I don't think this is at all the best you can do. Okay, well. Oh, right. Okay, I'm kind of stupid. Let's just put like a what's a good terminating character? Oh. It'd be, I guess it would be at the end. It's not at the end. What's happening? So it keeps going. CY. CO. Return C. Okay. So that one's correct. What's going on here? Okay, so just the letter A has issues because it gets deleted immediately. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you know what? The fix is clearly to just add in some filler. Nope. Didn't like that. Right, because it still has the issue of there's nothing else to delete, so it's gonna delete. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Uh, blah, 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 blah. What do I do? Why is this game of all games not responding? Hello? It's frozen, I think. What happened? Okay, I'm gonna quit out real quick. This one's tough. I'm gonna try beating up to chapter 2 and then I'll probably be done. I don't mind the not getting the full, you know, thing. All right, should be back. Return the most common letter. So I'm deleting all of them one by one. But if there's only exactly one of them, then that's bad because, yeah. So I need a character to basically be like Uh, so how do I make it so that it doesn't kill it if it's the only letter that exists? Is basically the issue I'm facing. Or really, how do I once I start deleting the ones? So once all the deletions are done, um, X, Y, and Z should still be in order, right? So maybe what I do is I just do YZ is A, XZ is B, and XY is C, and that works. Nope. Oh, wait, whoops. Don't want this. Yeah, that was actually quite simple. I don't know why I didn't think of that. 11 is the challenge. Wow. Okay. That's quite interesting. So this, I feel like this algorithm is a lot simpler than the other one. I think this one is quite a bit easier to understand. I add in XYZ, and then it deletes each one of these. It seeks out a specific letter and deletes it, right? And then it does that until all of these letters have been deleted. Um, so it just keeps going, deletes all the letters, and then, yeah, right at the end, sorry, I kind of skipped over it. Right at the end, one of them's going to be missing, right? One of X, Y, or Z is going to be missing after all of the simplifications are done. So that means I can just check for which combination is there, and I'm good. That's a fun one. All right. Return the least common letter. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just the same, right? Like, I'm gonna go. Can I copy? Can I cross copy paste my? Alright, whoops, wrong one. I can. So the only difference is the criteria, I think. So I'm deleting it. Um, I'm deleting each of them, right? Once all of the simplifications are done, So this is interesting, right? I'm deleting letters. I'm thinking if any of them stay, then return that, right? I mean, is it that simple? Yeah, it is. Okay. The freaking it's 9 lines. I can get rid of 4 lines here. What? I mean, I'm sure the answer is that like you can be more clever about how you do it. Let's map this out. I want to see if I can do this one. So, here's the deal, right? You add a letter, Boy, am I glad I don't have this kind of autism. What is that supposed to mean? You'd get sucked into this, I guess. Okay. So here's the idea, right? You have a letter. We'll start with we need like 6 different letters. What's a good starting letter for that? U V W X Y Z, right? So let's start with the letter U. If I find an A, I change it. So this U is missing all 3, right? V is missing uh B and C. So then we have V C or VB equals missing C, whatever our missing C is, which is I guess Y. V W I might need more. Wait. This seems like too many rules. No. um yeah, this is probably way too many rules. There's too many states, I think. Yeah, because then these still need to move. If it's like finding the wrong one, like U needs to move. Yeah, this is wrong. This is very wrong. I don't know. The idea was that like each letter would represent a specific thing it's missing, and it could like seek out like it could just go down the line and seek out what it needs. But that's bad, I think, because like there's just too many states basically. You can also do the same with XYZ actually. I mean it's easier to see with XYZ, right? XYZ equals YZ, right? XYZ equals XZ. This is the same deal, right? It's just kind of super obvious. These are basically flags. And then you do YZA equals AYZ. You can see why this gets super bulky super quickly. But maybe it's the same, like, I don't know. Actually, that might be a key insight, right? XA is always going to be nothing. XB is going to be BX. That's fine. XC is CX. That's also fine, I think. But, for example, YA equals AY. Or no. Right. Let's think about it. Z meets C first, right? That makes sense. So then we can do anything with C. We can merge. Anything else with C, like that. XYC equals CXY. That just makes sense. Y has to move past. But we can do the same with A, like that. Because those are always going to be paired. No, that's not necessarily true. Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. It's very possible for X and such to be on their own, so I can't do that. Oh, I broke it. How did I break it? Oh, because that also says X? Why does that say X down there? Okay. I don't know how to simplify this to 9 lines. That's black magic to me. No. Awesome. Oh my god, there's a level 3. I don't know how many chapters there are. There's 6 chapters. Oh my god. Okay. We'll get around to it at some point. This is like so I mean, this is just a cool game, right? I have no idea how you're meant to simplify these down. I don't know how most and least can have different optimization amounts either. They seem so identical to me. I mean, I literally have the same solution for both of them basically, just with my return statements inverted. All right. I think that's enough for today. Oh, Chinese. This was isn't this cool? Sorry, I'm just like I really want people to know if this is cool or not. It looks cool for people that would enjoy coding puzzles. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. This is the kind of stuff I freaking live for. Um, because it's like it's just so interesting. So interesting. And I hope I can like convey that at least a little bit that it's like, dang, look what's going on. All right, anyways, that's enough. It's been like an hour and a half. It's been 2 hours. Jesus. All right. See ya, gang.